Hey, Gwynnie here. Welcome to my garden located within one of Estonia's coastal nature reserves. This garden sits between juniper covered shores and open meadows. What you see today was almost unimaginable just 5 years ago. Back then, this entire area was covered by dense juniper thickets. Over the past 5 years, I have transformed this space into what's starting to look like a garden while working with the surrounding nature and landscape. Because the garden lies within a coastal nature reserve area, it is home to an incredible diversity of native wildflowers and plants. And they have a special place in my garden. I like to say our garden is a magical mix of what was already here and the more traditional garden plants and flowers. Starting off with the wilder side of the garden, there are many areas where I simply let nature do its own thing. I only mow these areas once a year after the plants have had a chance to flower and set seed. This helps them spread naturally and come back even better next year. As a result, these parts of the garden are now full of a wide variety of wildflowers, creating beautiful, ever changing meadows that are just buzzing with life. An absolute pearl of the garden is the old wild apple tree. Every spring it is covered in masses of white blossom, transforming it into a truly enchanting focal point. The shape of the tree creates a lovely little getaway spot. The area beneath and around the tree is home to wild strawberries as well as many different wildflowers. Another treasure in the garden is the old pine tree with a beautifully twisted shape. Its form makes it a striking feature in the garden. Beneath grows a rich variety of wildflowers, and in season, edible mushrooms can also be found there. Alongside the wilder areas, we also have more traditional parts of the garden. In the raised beds that I've built myself, I grow some traditional edibles: strawberries, onions, carrots, some tomatoes, herbs. I even have a little patch of potatoes planted. The porch of the house is framed by a long raised bed planted with roses. These are the wonderful David Austin's Estonia roses, which never fail to amaze me. Every year they reach full bloom around Midsummer's Eve, creating a beautiful space to celebrate the occasion. They also have an incredible scent that fills the whole area. I've also planted an area with apple, plum, and cherry trees. They are still small, so I don't get much harvest yet. I also need to keep an eye on them because deer and rabbits like to nibble on the young trees. In a way, it's all part of having a wildlife garden, learning how to grow things alongside the animals that live here. The garden is not only about plants and flowers, though, it's also a place for everyday life. Around the garden, you'll find stacked firewood, spots for quiet moments or gatherings. There is also a shed for storage and all the practical things a garden needs. A lot of what you see I've built myself. Since our house is very much still a work in progress, we get a lot of leftover materials, which I like to put into good use instead of just having to get rid of it. The best example of this is the play area I built for my son. Using leftover materials from the house construction, I created a small playhouse, a sandbox, and a mud kitchen for him to enjoy his outdoor time at. It's a simple way to give new life to materials that would otherwise go to waste, and at the same time, create something useful for our everyday life in the garden. 5 years ago, it was hard to imagine that a garden could exist here at all. Today, it has become a place where our family spends countless hours, where wildflowers bloom beside vegetables and roses, where birds, bees, deer, and people all find their place. It is still changing with every season, and I truly hope it always will. For me, the beauty of this garden lies not in making nature fit my vision, but in learning to grow alongside it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and happy planting!